This war is far from over.
With peace restored, with the fall of the Mad King, Rhaegar sits the Iron Throne, still wounded, believe it or not. Still severely wounded, because he's just never recovering from his wounds that he got during the war, I suppose. Which may lead to an early death, potentially. But yes, in the aftermath of the rebellion, Rhaegar forgives the rebels, especially those who rose with him against Aerys after the fact. So, Dennis Arryn is Lord Paramount of the Vale. The Karstarks have been legitimized as full Starks, in light of the fact that Lyanna's line of House Stark died out. So the Karstarks are no longer a thing. And Rickard Karstark, now Rickard Stark, has been given Winterfell and put in charge of the North. While the Blackfish ruled from Riverrun as the regent for Edmure Tully, once the boy came of age, he was sent back to Riverrun and named the new Lord Paramount. And he is betrothed to none other than Cersei Lannister, who has huge tracts of land. At any rate, and Rhaegar is attending their wedding at Riverrun. Hey, I've befriended old Lord Stark now. I keep going to say Karstark, but hey, Aegon is actually knighted. At the age of 12, nonetheless. Yeah. Congratulations. Edmure marries Cersei, who's totally not pregnant with Jaime's son. And there's totally not going to be anything bad that's going to happen in regards to that. No. Everything's going to be fine. The annoying thing is, currently, damn, Ilya, looking, hey girl, why did Rhaegar stray again? Yeah. Aemon isn't betrothed to anyone right now, but I'm thinking probably betrothing him to a Tyrell girl to reward Mace Tyrell's loyalty. Meanwhile, Viserys is actually betrothed to a Blackwood girl, weirdly enough. A few years pass by, and it is time for Prince Aegon to marry his sister Rhaenys. And meanwhile, down in the Stormlands, Rhaegar is spending most of the Crown's treasury to rebuild Summerhall for Aemon, or Jon. And eventually, Jon will get to be the Prince of Summerhall. That's my plan. But for now, he's staying in the capital to witness his brother's wedding. And the winds of winter are coming, just in time. The long night is approaching. The prophecy, as foretold in the prophecy. They get married. It could have been worse. My heirs have a tendency to refuse to get married all the time, which always ends badly. But we will organize Jon's betrothal to Margaery Tyrell, and then eventually grant him Summerhall, and he'll be the Prince of Summerhall. And then we'll have to fight the White Walkers, because they are approaching from the north. What the fucking shit is that? Abomination is approaching from the north. The mod appears to be broken. Oh well. Jon, don't do this to me, Jon. I was just talking about how my children have a tendency to not do as they're told. My son Aemon enters my chamber, frowning. Father, my lord, I wish to discuss my betrothal. I can't do it. I don't want to marry Marjorie. Where do I start? If I'm honest with myself, I can't stand her. My betrothal will not find satisfaction with a man like me. Please, father, please do not make me do this. I mean, admittedly, she does look like a bit of a... she's got the pig nose going on. And she looks like a bit of a bossy little bitch. But, Aegon, you must do your duty, damn it. This is gonna piss him off. If this pisses him off, and Jon leaves, I'm keeping it. That's the story. That's what's gonna happen. Because, the amount of hypocrisy with Rhaegar, of all people, telling his son, Jon, of all people, not to run off and do whatever the hell he wants, and to do his duty. I can already see the argument, like, you ran off with my mother. I'm like, yes, well, you learn from my mistakes. Oh, I'm a mistake, am I, father? I can see it now. Come on, I almost want him. I almost want him to do something rash. Shattered dreams. Turn to my chamber. I immediately tell our argument over the betrothal set to continue. I move to soothe him, but I'm cut short. If you refuse to take my opinion into consideration, then I refuse to take into account yours as well. And we're not marrying her or anyone else. I don't think he'd say, get out of my sight, because he loves Jon. I don't think he'd imprison him either, but it's breaking a grand betrothal as well. This doesn't bode well. Like, Rhaegar is insistent he wants to heal the realm, and Jon's being, like, father like son, doing whatever the hell he wants without regard for the, duty. But he wouldn't imprison him, and he wouldn't banish him. He still loves him. It's still, Aemon is his favorite son. It's Lyanna's boy, This doesn't bode well. Jon's just not gonna marry, I guess. Maybe when he's older, if you find somebody that he really gets along with. Well, my plans! My glorious plans! Meanwhile, Viserys is kind of ill, but he does have 2 kids. Aegon and, Alexa. Can I placate the Tyrells a bit? I don't think there's anybody else that Marjorie can marry, but... Yeah, I mean, we can do that. I think Rhaegar organizes this to keep the Tyrells happy. Is he marries the heir to the Stormlands, marries the Tyrell, the girl. Not Marjorie, obviously, but one of her younger sisters. So that keeps Highgarden happy. They still get their prince. Just not the prince that they were originally planning to get. And Jon will still become the Prince of Summerhall, but will stubbornly refuse to marry until, I mean, maybe ever, but maybe just until he gets over it. He's still young. He'll come around, probably, maybe. That's what Rhaegar's hoping for anyway, that the boy will come around. So yeah, there's some potentially concerning alliances being made, because the Reach now has ties with Viserys and the Vale, and the West and the Lannisters are tied together. Edmure has a son called Hoster Tully, after his father, who has blonde hair. Suspicious. All of them have blonde hair, actually. All the kids have blonde hair. So that's a thing. Oh, and Aegon has a daughter. But yeah, Jon, after his outburst, will basically be... he'll be given Summerhall. That was always Rhaegar's plan, but now because of their very public and loud outburst and all the whisperings around court, it kind of unintentionally comes across as Aemon is being exiled from court. Because he's now the Prince of Summerhall, which I'm going to change, actually. One sec. Yeah, he is now the Lord of Summerhall. Which, like I said, as far as the court is concerned, all the whisperings around the realm, despite whatever the truth is, it's gonna look like Rhaegar has exiled his bastard son to, you know, be out of sight and exile him from court, so to speak. Jon does actually have a crush on a Fossaway girl. He's being trained by Arthur Dayne, by the way, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to send Arthur to Summerhall with Jon to look after him. And Rhaegar's just going to be his usual depressed self about all of this. Age of 57, spending the last remainder of his years in house arrest, Aerys Targaryen passes away, freeing my mother from a very painful and loveless marriage. Elia, at the age of 44, has succumbed to her weakness and died. Things are really not looking up for Rhaegar, honestly. He is now alone. He doesn't even have his children in the capital because Rhaenys and Aegon are at Dragonstone. And Jon is chilling in Summerhall in his totally not exile. Interestingly, one thing I noticed, Jon is actually friends with the heir to the Vale. So I'm going to assume Marjorie doesn't hate him necessarily because Baron's going to put in a good word. Oh, Stark. They have you in prison, Stark. They have your entire family in prison. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, you will have my support. Rhaegar will absolutely answer Stark's call to arms. Rhaegar, yeah, is going to march up on Winterfell and save the Starks. Assuming he has enough men to do so. Which he should do. But it is cutting it a little close. I get injured. Fucking hell, Rhaegar. It's a bit closer than I'd like, actually. It's because I have no men-at-arms for some reason. I realized that Rhaegar has no men-at-arms. Just some scouts. I'm going to put Jon in charge of the army. He is of the north, so... he's half Stark himself, so it makes sense that Jon leads the forces against the northern rebels alongside his father. At least now that Rhaegar knows that it's safe, I think Rhaegar stays at Winterfell talking to Lord Stark while his sons deal with... Well, I mean, Jon specifically leads the forces against the rest of them. Yeah, Jon's going to break off and go to Last Turf. Actually, it's not Last Turf, it's Glover, isn't it? Yeah, Glover's the one leading the forces, so let's go to Deepwood. Let's get Rhaegar some actual shit. Ah, Liberty War's over. Yeah, join Peasant Uprising, I become a friend with Harry and Stark. The moment is at hand. The long night approaches. Rhaegar Targaryen receives word that the wall has fallen to the ice zombies that have glitched out terribly and are absolutely broken. They are sending lag into the realm, and Rhaegar must answer. In 20 years when it stops. Fucking hell. Damn. And Jon will lead the forces of Summerhall into battle. Jon, I feel like Rhaegar would give Jon some proper Targaryen armor as well, so... This is the moment we've been waiting for. Finally, the hour is at hand. Righty the boys. March north. Fuck it. We'll go by land. As Rhaegar sends out word to the realm, and they all answer the call. Yeah, the Lannisters are up here already, and I think my father is already. Yes, he is. Can we get rid of... God damn your helmet. Well, she'll fight in the battle, so I think, honestly, she can have... Good luck trying to convince Rhaenys not to wear armor and go into battle with the rest of them. As much as Rhaegar may not like it, Rhaenys is a badass, and she is with the Dornish. Aegon, meanwhile, is at Mount Caelin with Jon. I'm going to send Jon up to Winterfell. Join up with the Starks quick as you can. They have a lot of troops. Oh, am I crashing? Am I crashing? I might be crashing. Like, the game is really unstable lately. I don't know. Ever since the patch, I think a bunch of my submods are kind of outdated, and it's caused the whole thing to go kaput. But I'm gonna blame it on the others. It's black magic. It's undead magic. That's what it is. This is the reason for the lag. The others have caused this. Basically a death sentence. Rhaegar is genuinely surrounded. I can't help him. Can Jon even do anything about this? Honestly, no. That's 200. That's almost 300k undead. Even more over here. I guess Jon groups up with the Lannisters and everybody else, who are currently running away. Oh god, don't crash again. No, okay, we're good, it's fine. I'm gonna put it down to ×1 speed. We might actually lose that, because Rhaegar's forces were just defeated. Lannisters kind of retreated back down to Winterfell, which is where Jon is. The Martells are here, along with some more of the Crownland forces, and the Arryns as well. The forces of the living are too slow. The North has fallen. Get the fuck out of there, Jon. Get the fuck out of there. This is very bad. Totally, Jon, haul ass back to the fucking neck. Okay, so Jon has escaped from the North. With him, he has taken the, good lord, fucking hell, the game's falling apart it seems. Before he left, he managed to spirit Rickard Stark, along with his sisters, free from Winterfell. But he did not arrive in time for Harry Stark to make it out alive, as he was torn apart by the Night King. Harry basically, I'm going to say, stayed behind to hold back the winter while his children escaped. So yeah, the Starks are currently with Jon, basically. You want to see something funny, though? Look, Roose Bolton has adopted the Cold Gods and sacrificed Ramsay. I think he actually sacrificed Domeric as well. And potentially, like, loads of his kids. Or these were actually sacrificed by the others, and then Roose has adopted the... Yeah, but either way, Bolton has sided with the undead. Look, they're separated from the rest of them. Hey, Rhaegar, go down here. Oh, they're attacking us, actually. Oh, shit. Father! Father, save me! This is gonna be bad. Father! Father, I need you! Rhaegar, damn it! Save your son! I'm your favorite! I'm gonna need more men. We're gonna need more men. We're gonna need more men. I don't know if this is enough. We're gonna need more dudes. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We got this. I think we're okay. As long as Rhaegar doesn't, like, die fighting the others or something. It's okay. The Great Other isn't involved in this fight. So we're fine. Unless one of the other others kill Rhaegar. Thank God he turned around and saved Jon. That was close. War rages on. I don't want to say it looks like we're winning, but it's looking a lot better than it was previously, at least. Thinking maybe Jon ends up marrying one of the Stark girls, since he, you know, saved them from the North and protecting them and everything. Yeah, we are getting along with the Bella girl. That's not even the eldest Stark girl, I don't think. By the way, Rhaegar is, technically remarried to some random blue-haired girl from fucking Bravos. Actually, she is the daughter of the Sea Lord, interestingly enough. The bloody Krogmen are fighting for the forces of the dead. Oh, that's not good. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here, and who's over there? Oh no, I'm with Father. I am with Father. Jon is with Rhaegar. Potentially getting his ass kicked. That is potentially bad. No, the Tyrells are trying to show up and help, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, no. There's even more undead coming. No, that's 100,000 versus us there. That's 300,000. Jesus. This is looking bad. This is looking grim, boys. This is looking grim. Yeah, we are fucked. That is them fucked. The game is really unstable since the latest patch. Admittedly, that's probably because I have like 40 mods installed that are all outdated, but, you know. Fuck you, it's not my fault. Let's get in here, try and help them, try to turn the tide in this battle. That's where Aegon is. Aegon is in this battle over here. Get in there. Brother, I'm coming. Oh, get in there, turn the tide. There you go. Aegon's even leasing it. Fucking Aegon Hellfire Targaryen. Give him hell, Aegon, give him hell. I think we're winning. As long as the undead don't send reinforcements. Shit. as I said that. I think we're still winning. I think Aegon is legitimately... No, it's Rhaegar now leading the battle here. Aegon did... I think Rhaegar just showed up with more reinforcements, actually. That's what that was. Oh, the Targaryen forces are kind of being split up here. That's another 200k about to go him in the axe. Damn it! Oh, that's Arthur, the Sword of Morning. The Sword of Morning is kicking some ass. Oh, getting his ass kicked, actually, more likely. Fight on, damn it! Fight! Fight! Well, that was the bulk of Jon's forces fucking obliterated. Lag. Fucking hell. Lag. Jesus Christ. Okay. Just fucking calm down. Calm the fuck down. Yeah, I need to fix the submods and make the game stable again after I finish recording this video. Never mind. There's been an explosion nearby my house. I looked outside my fucking window. There's just the entire sky is smoke. It's far enough away that you know it's not my fucking problem, but it's definitely somebody's problem right now. I'm telling you that much. It's the night. It's the long night, boys. Yeah. It's happening. It's happening RL. They're leaking into reality and blowing up things, apparently. Apparently, according to the internet, it was an explosion. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, and I have now been fucked. So, yeah, I think Jon returns back south and licks his wounds. It looks like most of the armies of the living have been obliterated. Kind of like how whoever the hell has been exploded over the back of my house obliterated. That joke seems in really poor taste when, like, 3 or 4 people died in that, but, meh. Fuck it.
He's a monster.
We will not stop recording, though. That's the kind of dedication you get from me. Also, it's not affecting me, so it's not my problem. Jon's gonna go down south and lick his wounds and maybe hit on this girl. Yeah. Before we go north, Jon's going to fall in love with... Actually, he's gonna become a soulmate. Bella Stark. Yeah, there you go. They fall in love. So he falls in love with the Stark girl, pretty much. Don't worry about marriages right now. Jon will marry the girl if she gets pregnant, and he'll marry her. But right now, it's kind of in the middle of the war. It's not really gonna be a good time to marry. I kind of want the undead to win, because I've never seen it actually happen where they get further than this. Oh, wait. The other Stark girl's trying to get my pants now? Does it, like, the poetic irony of him, like, cheating on the Stark girl with another Stark girl, and then his father cheated on his wife with a Stark girl? I'll let it happen, whatever. He'll be nice. He's not slept with her, he's just being nice. He's just being nice, boys. The war still goes on. Oh, wait, what? White peace? Okay. That's new. That's a really bad thing, actually, because we were actually gaining some ground. But if we give them enough time to regroup, that's going to be really bad. With peace achieved, we'll head back down south and have the wedding. I'm going to dress her up to be not at war now. She's not really much of a fighter. She's just stubborn and wanted to fight. Oh, Rhaenys. Sound of preparations die away, yeah. How much it means to have them here. Yeah, I always like the idea that Rhaenys and Jon would have been friends. Not become my soulmate. She deserves a kiss, at least for her devotion. I mean, this version of Jon is a prince. He's been raised with a lot more. He's not like the, you know, the bastard Jon Snow. So, he lets her have a kiss. But nothing else. Oh, bollocks. Arrived in early non-stop, have been following me around ever since, complaining about this or that non-stop, but I feel a splitting headache coming along. This will crash horribly with her complexion. Why would you choose these flowers? It's gonna be just fine. It's just at the end of any piece, like me and Zaya. Okay, yeah. Viserys is not happy with his marriage, apparently. Rhaegar brawled with Loras at my wedding, and they wounded each other. Oh, and Dennis Aaron died, apparently. They fought twice. Loras and fucking Rhaegar have fought twice at my wedding, and now Rhaegar is probably gonna die of his fucking wounds. The wedding is over, and my father managed to basically get the shit beaten out of him at the wedding, and will probably die. Thing is, we've stopped fighting the others very briefly, and they're just gonna come back even more powerful. All we're doing is giving them a fucking chance to just destroy ourselves. Meanwhile, Rhaegar is building a road. Rhaegar! God damn it, man, priorities! Oh, I have a daughter. I didn't get to name her for some reason, but I have a daughter. Lyanna. Lyanna Targaryen. After Jon's mother, that he never got to meet. Oh shit, Rhaenys died, what? How? In a trial by combat? Okay. And the fucking White Walkers are coming now again. Well, we're back at it again. Rhaenys is dead, and fucking Aegon has immediately remarried to the heir to Fair Isle for some fucking reason. My father's going in. Jon won't abandon his father. Oh shit, it's Rhaegar versus the Night King. Amidst the thunderous clash and cries of dying men, Rhaegar spots the great other, and it's time to... He'll bring the dawn! He'll bring the dawn! Steel clash, all around your foes meet each other in combat. Fire and blood. Oh god. The Night King is just slowly defeating each member of the Kingsguard one by one. It's down to Rhaegar now. Few brief moments. Paces lazily. I have Blackfire, ready to defend myself. Attack first. On guard! Oh shit. The other stands above me, victorious. I'm at mercy. Not over yet. Rhaegar dies. Rhaegar dies trying to fight the Great Other. He was slain in battle by the Great Other, leaving King Aegon to take over from his father. The others might actually win this. It'll be a first. I've never seen them get, like, further south than the neck. I've never seen it happen. But this might be the first time it's ever fucking happened. We're gonna lose. We are actually going to lose the Riverlands to the undead. This could be the end. This could be the end, boys. This is the darkest timeline somehow. Where the living just lose. Like, Westeros is just lost. It's over. Oh shit, it killed Alex as well. Slain in battle. Fuck, my cousins are just dropping like flies. We're gonna lose. We are genuinely going to lose. This is the darkest timeline. Unless we somehow... One of us manages to beat the Great Other. Oh god, get in here. We need reinforcements. We need reinforcements. We don't have the numbers. Nope, we don't have the numbers. We do not have the numbers. Oh shit. The Starks, slain in battle. Which just leaves my sister-in-law and... I guess the other Stark girl could marry the Baelor Targaryen. Viserys is one of his only eldest surviving kids. Now, she needs to marry in a way that's gonna keep the Stark name. Viserys would be fine with that. It's a bastard kid anyway. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Ah, we have an Aegon Targaryen, the one that takes after Jon and the Stark look. Daeron, but Hayron. And then he can be nicknamed Harry. Hayron Harry Targaryen. That's what his mother calls him, in order to honor his grandfather, Harryan Karstark, or Harryan Stark. Yeah, one of Viserys' bastards marries the Stark girl so that they can continue the Stark line, because there's only 6 of them left alive. Jon is 36 now, by the way. That's how much time has passed. There is no peace in the neck. You just keep getting jumped. But we've beaten them back again, ladies and gentlemen, but Prince Maelor got so brutally mauled during the war that he died from his wounds. And, yeah, a white peace has been declared as the game lags and freaks the fuck out. Hey, I bring news and gifts from beyond the wall. Presents me the blade, 2 Valyrian stills owned by House Targaryen. Rumored that Bloodraven had brought the sword with him to the Night's Watch. I now have Darksister. I'm betrothing my son Aegon off to one of the princesses. Lyanna is betrothed to Lord Aegon of Dragonstone, the future heir to the Iron Throne, and Harry can be betrothed to the other Targaryen girl. Why is the Reach sided with the undead? What? Okay, that's something I'm gonna deal with. That is something that Jon's gonna stop moping around and rally the men and go fight for. That's fucking stupid. What are you doing, Tyrell, you fucking psychopath? Tyrell might just fucking kill us all for this. He's an enemy. I guess Loras fucking hates Rhaegar to the point of, like, attempted murder, nemesis. I mean, oh, Aegon. But yeah, Rhaegar was rivals with Loras Tyrell and they beat the shit out of each other at my wedding. And now Aegon has tried to murder Loras, and Loras was like, well, fuck you then, I'm going to be joining the armies of the undead, apparently. Also, while this is happening, the Westerlands are fighting amongst each other. Even in the face of certain death, Westeros is still a bunch of idiots. Loras Tyrell, ladies and gentlemen, an agent of chaos. I can't believe he's done this. Wait, what? What? Why were you even there? No! Bella! Just like her to have gone into battle with Jon for some fucking reason. Wait, what? Brother Daeron died. Stop killing my family members! For the love of God. I swear my kids are just so... I mean, Jon was in the same situation with his own father, and he's currently just extremely fucking depressed. I don't think he's going to try to force Lyanna to marry the Aegon boy. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're losing, though. Jon isn't there to help, and we are absolutely losing. I'm just waiting for Aegon to refuse the marriage to Princess Rhaegar. I can't believe the Tyrells have done this. It's hilarious. Loras is like, I hate you so much that I'm going to fight for the people, for the personification of death itself. This war just never ends. If they break through, though, if we lose the neck, that's fucking it. That is it. Like, there's no winning past that point, I don't think. If they take the neck, they will just have the forces necessary to completely fucking destroy us. Come on. No! No, Harry! Fuck! No! Fuck! Why does this keep happening? Aegon, I'm gonna tell you to, like, leave. I think, after Harry dies, he refuses, he basically almost begs Aegon to take his brother's body south. Yeah, like, take his brother's body south and just stay out of the war. God damn it. Harry, no. We were winning this war by, like, 70% at some point. Not anymore, though. But yeah, Aegon is gonna go down fucking south to Summerhall and act as regent. And has a son, Aemon. Do we name him after his brother, Aeron? He names a child after his brother that died, Aeron. Aemon Targaryen. I guess it's been a while. He's still kind of depressed, but not entirely. I think he could technically seek comfort with his half-sister. It's a very Targaryen thing to do. Yeah, I mean, Aegon remarried. It's been, like, a lot of time since the Stark Girl died. And then Harry died, and then just the stress of it all. Jon just needs a break, damn it. He just needs to be happy. He doesn't want to fight anymore. He just wants to be happy. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many people have died in this fucking war. Are we actually turning the tide? Yeah, we are. Holy shit. Reinforcements is arriving. Yes! Fight them, Aegon! Fight them, brother! Avenge all the deaths of your various family members. It was actually... that other married somebody. She was pregnant with an other's kid. Well, we managed to turn that around. Still beating the shit out of people elsewhere, but we are pushing them back. I fear this is going to end with another white peace at some point. There is high towers and martells. There's like 50,000 men that are actually beyond the wall fighting, by the way. Alright, I found a marriage pact for my daughter. Is the eldest of House Stark and one of the only two remaining members. The ones that are the descendants of the House Targaryen. Because this chick was murdered. So yeah, she'll marry the Stark guy. Assuming she doesn't complain about it. Hey, and the guys have pushed up to the Barrowlands as well. We're making headway, boys. It's good. It's good shit. The neck is a fucking disaster. We need to get the hell out of there. It is time to fulfill the prophecy. Pacing lazy half circles, heating dark sister, ready to defend myself. Clutches his riptide. House Valaron? How the fucking hell did you get that? Where did you get riptide from? Inherited. Oh, you took it off of House Valaron when you killed. Okay. Every strike is a brushstroke. Every fallen foe or gout of blood is splash of the paint. As I brandish my sword, switching seamlessly between flourish and strike. My form is excellent. Opponent, rah, yes. Oh, we won! Yes, the prince that was promised! The prince that was promised! It has been a long time coming. My dog is looking at me like I'm a psychopath. Yes, hello, Yennefer, yes! A good pain, flying towards like a man possessed. I sunder my foe's guard and tear his sword from his grasp of a powerful cleave. Faster than I can see, hard enough that my bones quake. I rain down a haste-filled barrage of blows that tosses him into the ground with ease. As fast as it came over me, my rage evaporates, leaving me shaken but composed mentally. And what? We beat him, though. I guess he's not dead yet. Fuck. I did it again! Haha! It's getting good. Wear my sword of deadly flourish, wielding a song of pain across the opponent. He's brutally wounded. Come on, Jon, you've got this. You've got this, Jon. Come on, Jon, you got this, dude. Strike, parry, riposte. Leapt into action, launching a flurry of quick slashes. Form is good. Rage! Rage! I launch myself at the foe. Red mist rips through my mind. Everything is a rage. Yes, I'm the fastest blade in Summerhall. Yes, you end here, you son of a bitch! I will fulfill the prophecy! I can't believe this worked. I cannot believe this worked after all this goddamn time. So many dead. So many endless, countless dead. This is for his sister. This is for Rhaenys. This is for Aegon. This is for my son, Harry. My brother, Daeron. It ends here, damn you. I wear my sword of a deadly flourish, weaving a song of pain. I do him the courtesy of returning his gaze and ready my sword for the symphony's final note. Goodbye. It's over! We've won! Fucking finally! Driven back to whatever dark corner of the world that spawned them, and the realm stood free of their icy shadow at last. Fields lay scorched and villages empty where the dead had walked, yet men can rebuild, they always did. The first hint of spring was here after a brutal winter. Hopeful voices spoke of peace, of unity forged in shared terror. Do you know how long that took? You know how many people died? Shit. Yeah, I mean, he avenged his father, he avenged so many fucking people. It's time for Aegon to now put the realms to rights and return the North to House Stark, and then we all go home and lick our wounds, pretty much. After what feels like a freaking lifetime of war, Aegon goes down in history as the great man of lag. Aegon goes down in history as the great, reinstalling House Stark to the throne. Jon marries his daughter Lyanna off to Stark to continue the line. She's half Stark herself, so keeps the blood. The Dreadfort's given to House Cassel. White Harbor goes to the other Stark, Harrion. Honestly, most of the northern houses are dead. Dustin is still alive through one Dustin. Riswell's got a couple alive. Reed is one dude left. House Flint is two guys left. Bolton's completely wiped out, so Cassel has the Dreadfort. Umber's dead. Basically everyone in the north is dead. The Tyrells, Loras, is basically exiled from the realm, or he ran away or some bullshit, because Aegon revoked it from him. The Laughing Order, he's buggered off into Essos or something, I think. Samwell Tarly has been granted the Lord Paramountcy of the Reach, and House Tarly has been put in charge. I would have given it to the Hightowers, but the Hightowers are kind of... There's like 6 of them left, there's only 1 man left, and it's... yeah, dodgy succession. The Martells are still going strong. Viserys' great-grandson, because a lot of them died. Aemond is Lord Paramount of the Stormland. The Greyjoys still rule at the Iron Islands, and yeah, peace has been restored to the realm, ladies and gentlemen. And the Night's Watch has been restored as well. Ah, the lag! The lag! Fucking hell, I have to figure out... It's my fault! It's entirely my fault. I'm not blaming the mod for this. But anyway, the king is dead, long live the king. Aegon the Great dies of old age at the age of 62. Going down in history as the Targaryen king that led the forces of the living against those of the dead. His son was Maelor, who obviously died of his wounds during the war. Aegon briefly took over, Aegon the Golden. He died in an accident. A nondescriptive accident. So now we have King Maelor, at 12 years old. He is Jon's ward, so the Dawnbringer is taking care of him. As far as Aemon's children go, his eldest, Aegon, is betrothed to his half-sister, Rhaela, and they have had one son, Aeron Targaryen, named after his previous brother who died in the war. He's turning out decent. He's lustful, like most Targaryens they play, apparently. Betrothed to the princess, the king's sister, pretty much. All is well with the world, pretty much. We're just chilling, seeing what happens. Jon is not particularly healthy. He's getting on in the years and is very depressed. What we'll do, basically, is just, we'll continue playing until the end of Jon's life. Or Aemon's life, and then we'll wrap things up. I'm kind of tempted to continue as like Dragons of Summerhall and see if anything interesting happens, but on the other hand, because of the recent update to the mod, this is broken as shit, very unstable, and full of lag. So I think we'll wrap it up and then we'll fix the submod issue. Immediately upon stopping recording, thinking I was going to live a bit longer, Jon dies of old age. He's died of old age, a paragon of valor and gallantry, always been remembered, his cordial nature at the face of all odds. Aegon is now the Prince of Summerhall, and Jon Snow finally goes to the grave. He had a long and very depressing life. At least it's over now. He's resting peacefully, boys. So we'll see what happens with Aegon, and then we'll wrap this up. I just want to see if anything interesting happens, pretty much. We'll skip ahead a bit. Alright, we're just going to travel the world a bit with my son, Aemon, while we leave my crazy religious son, Aeron, who has adopted the faith and just become... He's spending too much time at the church and not enough time inside his wife. Lag. Just traveling around Westeros, basically. There's nothing else to do, damn it. So my thing is, once you get to peace times, there's just nothing else happening. Aemon's beyond the wall with me, like, Aemon. And he's the crazy one. Fuck it, let's run after them. Overcome with anger, I dive into the trees of vindictive intent. Frustrated fools might got alone, surrounded by notably less amused and more. So just laughter. The lava suddenly stops. A moment later, can faintly hear the exchange of whispers and unmistakable sound of wood creaking and sliding against wood in unison. I died. Yep. Well, he was called the Bold for a reason. Dude ran into the woods to... I'm gonna assume he got killed by, like, an other or something. It's the ancient feud. Oh, was pincushioned with undersized werewood arrows. All the children of the forest killed him. A lesser son of Summerhall. As my brother and I mourn my late father, Lord Aegon, we busy ourselves with the divisions of the land. Summerhall fell to me, but what of my generous brother, Aemon? Empty-handed, he watched the transition of power from the sidelines. No ceremonies for him, only oaths to others. Noble blood and the sword at his side are his only birthright. Some are not destined to rule. Aemon doesn't even go home to return his father. He just probably has some men send his father's body home and then never returns to Summerhall. Okay, guys, time has passed. Haeron the Holy has become a septum, giving his son Daeron command of Summerhall. Daeron's popped out a bunch of kids. Rhaegar's his eldest, a bunch of daughters, and his youngest son, Jaehaerys. What's interesting is, first of all, we have a bunch of cadet branches that have officially been made. So the Stormlands is controlled by House Stormfire. Kefire is, these guys have Wentway in the Stormlands. Velfire is the most interesting one, because that's my uncle, and my uncle is King of North Valyria. We'll get to that in a moment. Farfire is House Farman on Fair Isle in the west. Redfire is half Blackwood and half Targaryen. They're in Stokesworth. Blackfire's obviously dead. But yeah, my uncle. My uncle Aemon, who originally split off after his father's death beyond the wall. He led a mercenary company for a while. Actually, Daeron grew up in the mercenary company going around Essos, and they just sort of did a bunch of stuff exploring around. And then suddenly, one day, I realized that Aemon had landed in Northern Valyria, and he is now king of Northern Valyria. But otherwise, there's not really too much happening in Westeros, to be honest. It's pretty chill. Honestly, the game gets to the certain point where nothing happens, unless I, like, purposely set up things that are going to happen, but ultimately, it's peaceful. The current king is Rhaegar, the second of his name. His heir is Mataris Targaryen, whatever you want to call him. The line of succession is pretty insecured, and everything's chill. Okay, so Daeron died of a heart attack. Rhaegar took a position in the Kingsguard, so he's now the White Dragon of the Kingsguard, which makes Jaehaerys my heir. So Jaehaerys has now been Lord of Summerhall for quite a while, and is the ward and recently just knighted by the king. I'm going to leave it on observe and just leave my computer on overnight, which is very bad for it, I imagine. But we're just going to see what the AI does, and we'll come back in, like, 400, 500 years or something. Assuming that it doesn't crash, we'll see you in, like, 500 years. Okay, boys. The game did not, predictably, the game did not last long until it crashed. So, we are currently playing as Aemon Targaryen. We are north of the wall because the king is subjugating the wildlings after they've taken Castle Black. So that's a thing that's happening. We are playing as... We left off with Daeron, right? No, we left off as a young Jaehaerys. Jaehaerys the Fiend. He did not get a good reputation by the end. He was a dynastic kingslayer. Who did he kill? Oh, some cousins. That's not even kinslaying. That's just random. Yeah, that's barely even kinslaying. Velfire is probably the most interesting thing because my cousins over in Valyria are now the emperors of New Valyria, at least the northern sections of New Valyria. They have expanded considerably, and they are fighting over Slaver's Bay right now. So that's a thing that's happened. There's like 73 of them. They are breeding like rabbits. Myr has sort of tributized Pentos. Volantis is Volantis. Braavos is not moving. And the Iron Throne is going beyond the wall and doing a tributary thing, apparently. Yes, dogs, I know. It's so exciting. The video's finally coming to an end. Yeah, there's nothing happening. I mean, currently Braavos is getting the shit beaten out of it by... Why are they attacking Valyria? What are you doing, Braavos? I was kind of hoping someone would hatch a dragon at some point, but nope, doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Other than New Valeria, though, there's basically nothing really happening. We'll wrap this up. I could go on for a billion years. The truth is I have like a billion other things to record, and I have to wrap this up and then go record more stuff, and then quickly edit everything, and then get it all uploaded and scheduled, and there's so much to do in so little time. Every playthrough of Crusader Kings that I do ends up in a certain spot where absolutely nothing interesting happens. For like, ever. For like a billion years. I don't know what it is. I think it needs more like triggered events and stuff. If you have like an ambitious uncle or something, there needs to be way more high of a chance for, say, that uncle rebelling or something, or trying to claim the throne, or getting allies and shit. I don't know the extent you could do that kind of stuff, but eh. At any rate, we'll wrap that up here, ladies and gentlemen. I could continue for 1,000 years, but ultimately it would be 1,000 years of basically nothing happening, so yeah. I thank you for watching. That's all for now. Remember to like and subscribe and blah blah blah. The stuff that the YouTubers tell you to do in every video. You know where the buttons are. I'm sure you can find them. That's all for now. Soul out.